I don't think they really have any clue. When Amanda would teach about the swine or the poultry and would tell them, you know, your hamburger comes from this cow and show a picture, they were like, what? Are you kidding?
One of the things that we do on the first day of the program is these students take a pretest. And on the pretest it asks, where does your food come from? And the amount of students that write down Walmart was so surprising to me.
Every third grader obviously has a different background. Some may have a better knowledge than others, but for the majority, I would say that they're disconnected to where food is produced, how it's grown, how it's raised.
We have a job here, and that's why I do what I do and why I'm passionate about it, because I can get out there and I can close some of that disconnect.
We actually have trained, knowledgeable, passionate individuals who come into the classroom once a week for 10 weeks to teach the program.
From a teacher's perspective, the nice thing about this program is you have somebody coming into your classroom who's an expert in a way that I'm not.
There's so many education programs out there that some of the information just sits on the shelf because some of the teachers don't know the material. For me, I'm passionate about this. I'm going to school for this. It's what I want to do.
During the 10-week program, we focus on crops, livestock, soil and water conservation, nutrition, and careers that are involved in agriculture.
So you've got an expert coming in and telling your students great things and bringing great activities that they love to do that helps them make a connection to agriculture.
Students learn a broad spectrum of different things, starting with reading. They learn writing skills. You know, we read books in class about calves or different things like that. We also touch a lot on science because that's what ag is, so that is probably our #1. But they also get information, you know, math information. How many days does it take for a chicken to lay the egg? They have to learn all that, and it has to set in their mind as well. We also touch a lot on the history of agriculture in the state of Missouri.
We get feedback from teachers that are in the classroom, and if they're learning about something specific, we try to complement that. So maybe students are already learning about science experiments, or they're learning about gases. So we really try to build on that curriculum so that we enrich that experience for them.
We were getting ready to teach our plant unit in science. And that's something that we do in elementary school. Starting in kindergarten, we teach about growing plants. And so it just seemed like it would fit with what we were already getting ready to do in science. And it did. You know, there was that component of raising corn and soybeans, but there was a lot more to it. You know, we were so pleasantly surprised by the amount of information that our kids learned beyond what we were getting ready to teach them.
And when kids are able to use their senses, you can just tell a light bulb goes off, they're able to be engaged. They get it.
The students are always so excited. What is she going to bring in today? What are we going to make? And for me, that's exciting because those students take pride and ownership in what they're doing.
Learning about their food, they love that. And the activities, sometimes they got to make things to eat, and they were excited about that.
All the students love the food aspect of the program. They have a 30-minute lecture, and then usually it's about a 30-minute activity after the lecture. Most of the time it involves food.
It's totally free to the school. We provide all of the activities, we provide all of the work booklets to the students.
We've put in over 22,000 hours for the first year, which is incredible. It's an exciting number to say.
We understand that teachers have a lot of things to accomplish in a day, and we want to make sure that our program is equivalent to anything else that we would be replacing.
At third grade, you have students who are very much book learners, and so they had the workbook and they had the questions and the reading to do, things to answer. You have the auditory students, they had videos that were shown, and the lecture was very interesting. And then you have the hands-on learners, and that tied it all together, some kind of an activity, so that each class focused on one type of agriculture, and they learned one thing really well.
You see students bloom and blossom at the end of the 10 weeks, and you start by talking to them and planting that seed. You give them some information, which is like giving them nutrients and water, and they just roll with it. They grow, and by the end of the 10 weeks, you see a product that you're awfully proud of.